Hey everybody, Cosmic Cat here of True North Mindset, and much like the concept of following your true north, I am here to help you live your best life. So today's sun sign series is going to be in relation to the Cancer sign, and I thought I would just briefly share that the sun sign, of course, has its own element. Not the right word to use. Its own color, I guess you could say, to the full spectrum of the canvas that is the astrological natal chart. Now, what I find with the sun sign is that a way to best explain it is that it can be seen as the boss of the zodiac, so it definitely dictates certain things within your natal chart. It also is seen as the creative life force, as well as, I have notes here, as well as the will to live. So, by better understanding your sun sign, it is one of many pieces, many facets that encompasses one's natal chart. Now, most people, when they first learn about astrology, they are actually more times than not geared towards figuring out what their sun sign is. And that's just, I think, one of those things that it actually makes a lot of sense, because the sun sign is representative of the ego, and the ego is how many people identify themselves. So it just makes sense that that's where a lot of people start. It is a disservice. It is definitely not helpful to just look at your sun sign, because, like I said, it is one facet of the culmination of what actually is depicted in one's birth chart. So I just thought I would share that, because I know some people that they have that piece, but then they don't go further. And I personally am all about going further and going deeper. So this, like I said, is just one I keep wanting to say aspect, but that's a whole other thing, and we'll get into that at some point. Just one facet of what is actually being represented in a birth chart. So today, being the sun sign in Cancer sun sign series video, I thought I would talk about a positive trait and a negative trait that is indicative of Cancer sun sign. So, Cancer sun sign, positive trait, I would say is that they can be very loving. And I would definitely say this is true with a lot of Cancer signs that I know, which I think just also shows how self-aware they are within themselves and feeling more loving, as opposed to the negative trait that I decided to pick for you guys, which is they can be moody. And again, I know a handful, maybe a little less than a handful, of Cancers who fall in that category. And I think they gravitate towards being moody rather than loving, because they, for whatever reason, are unaware, unconscious of maybe how their actions affect others. I know I personally have at least one brother that's a Cancer sign, and he can be difficult. He tends to be more moody than loving, in my view. So yeah, I just wanted to share that today with you all. I think it's important to remember that when you are looking into astrology, that you do look into everything, not just the sun sign, which is why part of what I offer is an astro trio session, which is what I always start with my clients, because it's a foundational piece where I go through your sun sign, moon sign, and rising sign, and I also do combination reading, where what it means to have your sun sign and moon sign, as well as your sun sign and your rising sign. And I find, like I said, that that's a really good foundational piece to begin with, because then people can build on that with other services that I offer. And so I thought I would share that with you all. And just wanted to reiterate that I will be linking my website below in case you are interested in booking a session with me. I also have the goal, just as a little heads up, of doing one of the sun signs a week. And so this week obviously is Cancer. Next week will be Leo. I'm going in sequence with the astrological wheel. So if you guys already know what that is, you'll know what's coming up the next week. But for those that don't, that's totally fine. Everybody's got to start somewhere, and I'm totally fine with that. Because I'm doing what I can to make it really simple for people and then to build on that. Because I totally understand that it can get overwhelming very quickly. And so I'm going to do what I can to keep it simple and yet still be very helpful. And so, yeah, I just thought I would share that. Didn't fully finish my thought from before. So my plan is to do the sun sign series one every week, and then I'm looking into doing other series. So if there's anything you guys are interested in learning more about, feel free to comment that below as well. I am always willing to share what I obviously know, and I admittedly am always learning just like you guys. But I do feel that when someone can break things down into a more simple way, we're more likely to then keep going. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will catch you next week. Bye, guys.